introduced 5 years ago to replace the CBR650F, the Honda CBR650R has become a quiet hit for the company, outselling bigger-name sports bike offerings and offering the sort of daily usability and sporty attitude that made the original CBR600F a bestseller in the 80s and 90s. For 2024, there's a new look, taking its cues from the latest Gen Fireblade and the CBR650R. Alongside its unfaired CB650R sister model becomes the launch platform for Honda's intriguing new e-clutch system, which aims to combine the best elements of conventional gear shifts, quick shifters, and semi-autos to allow rapid, smooth gear changes without the need to touch the clutch lever, while simultaneously making it impossible to stall the bike, a useful attribute on a model like the CBR650R that appeals to less experienced riders. There are no surprises when it comes to the 2024 CBR650R 4-cylinder engine. It's the same 649cc DOHC 16-valve unit that's been around for years with a strong reputation for reliability. In fact, it's an engine that's increasingly being copied by brands in China as a growing number of them attempt to fast-track their move towards 4-cylinder designs. If imitation is the greatest form of flattery, then Honda should be honored. The engine is tuned to put out exactly 93.9 horsepower, which is 70 kilowatts, a number picked not at random, but because it's the legal limit for bikes that can then be detuned to half that power level and used by riders with restricted A2 licenses in Europe. Since it's based on the older CBR600RR design, the building blocks of the engine are capable of substantially more performance, and in understressed form in the CBR650R, there's little to worry about in terms of longevity. Max power arrives at 12,000 revolutions per minute, backed up by a peak torque of 46 5-pound-feet at 9,500 revolutions per minute, and is fed to a conventional 6-speed transmission by an assist slipper clutch and regulated by Honda's simple HSTC traction control system. That transmission and clutch are unchanged, even if you tick the box for the e-clutch option, illustrating how cleverly the semi-auto transmission setup is integrated into a resolutely normal powertrain. The e-clutch is quite simply an electronically actuated clutch, operated automatically by its own ECU, and using 2 electric motors geared together to form a powerful servo motor that's built into a modified clutch cover. There are precisely 0 changes to the chassis, brakes, and suspension on the 2024 Honda CBR650R, which carries over the previous generation's diamond steel frame, 41mm Showa SFF-BP upside-down forks, and linkage-operated monoshock. Adjustability is limited to rear preload with 10 possible settings. The brakes are the same 4-pot, radial mount Nissin calipers as before, riding on 310mm discs with a single-pot Nissin at the rear, and a 240mm disc. There's ABS, it's a legal requirement these days, but it's not a clever cornering anti-lock system. The frame dimensions 25 5-degree rake and 1450mm wheelbase are unchanged, while the new CBR650R is a single kilo heavier than the 2023 model at 209 kilograms. The bodywork changes for 2024 include a new tail and seat unit, suggesting there may be a slight change in comfort and feel for the new CBR650R, but the proportions and dimensions haven't altered, so any difference is likely to be minimal. The seat height remains at 810mm, as last year, and the clip-on bars and foot pegs are also carryover parts, so the riding position will be familiar to existing owners. Economy is also unchanged, with Honda claiming 57.6 miles per hour. As before, the tank is a 15.4-liter design, giving a range of 195 miles between fill-ups if you're prepared to run it dry. The biggest equipment update, with the exception of the optional e-clutch, is the new full-color TFT dash, a 5-inch unit using optically bonded glass that minimizes glare. Like the 2024 CB650R that shares the same upgrade, the CBR650R Dash has 3 visual modes: bar, circle, and simple, and is smartphone compatible. Download Honda's RoadSync app to either Android or iPhone, and you can connect to the bike's display via Bluetooth, allowing control of music, calls, and on-dash, turn-by-turn navigation. To keep up with modern tech, there's now a USB-C socket under the seat. Honda is offering 2 distinct options packs. The racing pack adds a quick shifter if you haven't already specified the E-clutch, as well as a color-matched pillion seat cover and carbon look tank pad, plus an oil level gauge and CBR branded tank side pads.